cool people on this show. And I'm telling you, I've looked forward to this interview as much as anybody in the past 6 months or so. Dr. Lori, it is a pleasure. I am so excited to talk to you today.
Hey, aren't you nice? It's nice to see you. How are you?
I'm good. And I want to describe to our listeners at home, as I look at Dr. Lori, she's sitting at a table. And on this table, it looks like a lot of Beanie Babies. Now, are those Beanie Babies that you have in front of you, Dr. Lori, are those Beanie Babies that are worth a lot of money?
I'll tell you, these are the Beanie Babies that actually once belonged to my nieces who are now in their late 20s, early 30s. And no, these are not particularly valuable ones. These are what I might consider, if I were appraising them, run of the mill.
So
a lot of people might have them. But I asked my nieces if they would share some with me, because I told them I'm going to be with Bobby Bones. And they said, we'll send you our Beanie Babies, Aunt Lori. So there you go.
I love it. She's putting on white gloves right now, too. This is, I feel like I'm about to get a proctology appointment, but still, this is awesome. Okay. So
I'm not that kind of doctor, Bobby.
Before we get into the actual appraisal and the story of these Beanie Babies, you are a PhD. Dr. Lori holds a PhD from Penn State University and presents 150 antique appraisal events every year, reviewing approximately 20,000 items every single year. How in the world did you get into this and make this your specialty?
You know, I worked in museums. I used to be a professor at Penn State and other universities. And people would always ask me, hey, can you tell me how much this is worth? Can you tell me how much that is worth? You know, friends and family and extended people. And I would always be looking it up and finding out and doing this research. So I said, gee, you know, I could probably teach a lot of people what they actually have and what it's really worth. So we started this show, and I've been doing that since 1998 on the road.
Man, I'm in love with the idea of it. I'm just so fascinated by what you do. If someone hires you to check out their items, or they say, hey, check it out, I would like to know one story of each where someone thought they had something so valuable and you're like, ooh, not so much. And then the other thing where they bring something in and they're like, well, it may be worth a couple bucks. And it was like, wow, it's way more than that. Can you give me a couple of those?
I can give you a couple of those. I'm at a big event in the Midwest, and a guy comes in and he brings a ball canning jar, about, you know, ball canning jar that you're going to can tomatoes or peaches or something, glass, and it says ball on it, and then it says 1858. So he shows it to me, and I tell him, oh, well, you know, you got this ball canning jar and it's worth about $6. And he says, no, it's not. It's the best one. It's the first one. What do you mean? It says 1858 on it. I said, the company's established in 1858. The ball canning jar is not worth more than $6. So he was mad at me, but you know, I make some friends, I break some hearts, I make some millionaires, you know it is. And then the other one that I remember on the other side of your question, Bobby, is in fact, a gentleman who drove 10 hours to one of my events. He drove from Rhode Island to Virginia, where I was appearing. He said, Dr. Lori, you got to see this painting because I bought it for $275 and I think it might be the real thing. And I said, well, it is the real thing. It was a real Renoir painting. It was worth more than $2 million.
Oh my goodness.
For $275.
Wow, that's nuts.
Auction house missed it, and he knew that I would know what it was. So yeah, and I've met America, Bobby. You know how this is. I've talked to them. I've seen their objects. I've been able to hear their stories of their family heirlooms. It's been a wonderful ride.
That story is unbelievable.
Yeah.
So do they, like this guy, does he come to you and hire you, or do you get a cut? You know?
See, I'm an appraiser who does not broker. So I don't do that. But a lot of people do. I don't do that. I only appraise, and people want to talk to me because of my art history background, my museum experience, and of course, my experience appraising all these different objects all the time. So the Beanie Babies came that way too. Some of our most popular appraisals actually are video calls now. People are doing everything through, of course, video calls and all different types of communication. So whether it's FaceTime or whether you're doing it on Zoom or however, you can show me your stuff, whether you're cleaning out an estate or you're looking at Beanie Babies.
Do you have anything extremely valuable in your personal collection, Dr. Lori?
I am a person like most girls who like a little bit of jewelry, Bobby. So, you know, I have a couple of things that are very important to me sentimentally. My mother's wedding ring is one of those things.
What about for people who are buying things online? How can they keep themselves from being scammed? Not for like $1 million painting, but just for if you're buying nostalgia that they're promising you is real.
Yeah, you really should. I mean, some people take me shopping with them. So, while they go shopping, they say, hey, can you look at this auction for me before I actually buy something? But if you want to look just, general terms, you have to understand how photography works because, a lot of those pictures can be doctored. So you have to think about that. You should really know a little bit of background about the objects that you're looking for. So if you're saying, oh, I want to collect Lincoln, portraits of Abraham Lincoln, you should really know what he looks like at different times of his life, that kind of thing. So a little bit of research will go a long way. And if it looks like it's too good to be true, it probably is.
On with us now, Dr. Lori, PhD, antiques appraiser. Her name on Instagram is at Dr. Lori V, letter V. When we come back in 1 second, she's going to look at my Beanie Babies. It's my most prized collection that I just came into about 2 weeks ago. But Dr. Lori's going to look at some Beanie Babies. If they're worth anything at all, I'm going to be pumped. If they're worth nothing, I'm going to be pumped. I mean, I'm telling you, Dr. Lori, I expect nothing, but I came into such a robust collection for very cheap, and I started giving away to listeners just as a fun little treat here on the show. And then I wanted to see if any of them were worth anything. So we'll come right back with Dr. Lori. This is, again, one of my favorite is Garth, Dr. Lori, George Strait. In that order.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's right.
My God.
We're coming right back with Dr. Lori.
That is good company, man. That is good company.
It's showtime, baby. So, here's what happened. A couple weeks ago, someone on the show noticed two of our guys out selling Beanie Babies on the street, trying to make a couple bucks, which to me was offensive because I pay them well, Dr. Lori. I don't know why they're out trying to sell Beanie Baby from the back of a car. And so I tell Ray, our producer, what do you have? And he has a ton of Beanie Babies. I'll give you $100 for the whole package, the whole two trash bags of them. Me thinking I'm just going to give them away as gifts to listeners because I don't think I'm in the Beanie Baby game to make any money.
All right.
So many, though, that I thought, is there a chance that any of them are worth anything? So just know that all in, I paid $100 for all these Beanie Babies. And so I have pulled some of the ones that we think could have a value. And up first, should I hold it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold it up.
Up first.
Bobby, you are doing what everybody in America does. I can't even tell you. So many people will say that to me. They'll say, I just pulled the ones that I think might be valuable based on my research, which is all over the place on the internet if you tried to do this research,
So I'm an idiot, you're saying?
No, God, no. No.
Okay, so but
a lot of people are doing what you're doing.
This is Cubby, and these are the original from 1993. This is Cubby. It's a brown bear that lays on its belly. What can you tell me about this one?
All right, let's talk a little bit about Cubby. On his hang tag, which is the heart-shaped tag, that tag should not be creased. There should be no odor. There should be no stains. That tag should, in fact, say the original Beanie Baby. And make sure there are not two eyes in the word original on the front of that tag where it says tie.
Beanie Baby original. Oh, it does say original. Beanie Baby original. O-R-I-G. One there. Wait, what do you mean two eyes?
Well, O-R-I-I-G. Sometimes they have an error and they have two eyes.
But do they do that on purpose?
I think a lot of them are actually, some of them were purposeful, some of them were not. Some were just manufacturing errors and such. Hi, Amy.
Hi.
There are two eyes, but they're not together. Like original is just spelled with two eyes. So there's no error.
Right.
So it says original Beanie Baby. There's no odor, maybe me a little bit, but there's no odor on Cubby Bear.
Okay. And on the tush tag, which is the tag that's attached to the bottom, it should say handmade in, it should say Cubby. And then underneath Cubby, it should say handmade in China. Underneath that, it should say 1993.
Let's see. 1993.
Underneath that, it should say polyester fiber and PVC pellets.
Polyester fiber and PVC pellets.
Oh my God.
There you go. Okay. So that's a good one. That is one of the original 9. And there's a lot of them out there, right? But the original 9 that were first introduced in 1993 are more valuable than many of the others. After the original 9, the next bunch that you want to look for are bears, general bears. I don't care what it is. If it looks like a bear, that's what you want. So Cubby here, his birth date on the hang tag, which is the first top tag.
Yeah. It is.
Is that 1994?
It's 11/14/93.
Okay, so that's unusual because usually you have a 94 tag with a 93 piece. So value on this one's going to be about $250.
these from Ray for?
Well, $100.
Oh my God.
Making money, Bo.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Ray, are you like
I
just?
just had a palpitation.
I mean, that's just one so far.
Let's
Ray
go.
has got to be
First
freaking
one.
out.
You're gonna be a millionaire.
Oh my goodness. Ray, what are your thoughts? I'm one Beanie Baby in, baby, and I'm already winning.
I'm excited. This is awesome radio. I don't own them anymore. They're yours, dude.
Okay, I like
He
that.
hates himself.
All right.
Yeah, he's,
Oh, he's a nice guy. Ray's a nice guy.
he's
Okay.
All
great.
right.
Dr. Lori, let's do. Oh my God.
Well,
I
now,
I blew out my
Don't
ears
bet,
screaming.
don't bet they're all going to be that.
Okay.
Go easy.
All right. Let's do.
All right.
I feel like anything that looks like a bear.
Let's do Patty.
Anything that looks like a bear, Amy's like, get the bear. Patty the Platypus is one of the original 9.
There's in the original on the eye is spelled as it should.
Okay. Are there any other errors? For example, on the back of the hang tag is the word surface. It'll say surface wash. Does that have an R in the word surface on the hang tag, which is the heart-shaped tag?
Up
wait,
top.
Come on, Bobby, learn the tags.
I know. I'm looking at all kind of tags. So I'm looking and it says date of birth 1693. Where does it say surface?
Usually on the back of that tag, it will say surface. It might say surface wash.
In the back of the tag, though, there is a. It's kind of been torn.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Is the tag torn?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, Bobby. That's not good.
Gotcha.
Okay. And no odors, no stains, right?
It does say surface wash, but the back of the tag is torn.
Okay. All right. That's okay. So let's see. On the tush tag, does it say polyester fiber and PVC pellets? And is Patty the Platypus made in China?
Polyester fiber and PVC pellets, and it is made in. Made in China.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
It says handmade
So-
in China. Then it says Oak Brook, Illinois, two things down.
That's right. That should say that. That's correct. So value on that one's going to be about $200.
Let's go.
Okay, so
This is unbelievable.
wow. So far, you're at $450.
You're plus 350. This is amazing.
This is classic Bobby
This is
right
the
here.
greatest day of my life.
Classic Bobby.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
Bobby written all over
Let's
it.
do a couple more. Okay, Dr. Laura, you see, if we can show in front of me, Eddie, can we show her my table here?
Yes.
Dr. Laura, which of these would you like me to grab?
Well, is the princess bear there?
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Is she there? Let's talk about her a little bit.
Oh
Let me
my
give you a little
goodness.
bit of insight of what folks should do, right? So, because you may have some, you may have others. This is the princess, well, I call her the princess bear. She's the princess bear, and she's a memorial fundraiser. You do a lot of things for a lot of charities. You're a good guy. And this was a fundraising situation for the Memorial Fund for Princess Diana after her death. She died on August 31st of 1997. So this bear comes out, and there's a poem on the hang tag. There's no date or birth on the hang tag. And then on the tush tag, princess should have certain characteristics that you're looking for. First of all, before we get to tags, I'm sorry, Bobby, before we get to tags, I know you're becoming a tag expert pretty
Yeah.
fast, but first of all, I want you to look at the bear and see where the rose has a little stem. It should go almost right to her belly button, that
Okay.
stem of that rose. And that
Does it
rose,
curves right in there.
yeah, that rose stem should be the stem should be green and not white. Is your stem green?
Yes, I'm
It's green.
colorblind,
It's
but
green.
it looks that's green. Yes.
Oh my God.
Okay. So, and then the other thing about it is those eyes, the two eyes are looking straight at you. Like if you were to hold it up to me, are those eyes even? Some of the Beanie Baby eyes are not even.
I would say they're even. I mean, what do you think? Are those eyes even?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh man.
You want to look here? Let's let her look at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that looks good. All right. And then different color noses also come into it, but that's in different bears, not on this bear. So a couple of things. You don't have the cape. You don't have the crown. You only have a ribbon. She once had a cape and a crown too. And there should be a poem on the hang tab. The ribbon should be purple.
There is.
Okay. And then only a poem, no dates. And then on the tush tag, it should say princess, handmade in China,
Princess, handmade in China, 1997.
polyester fiber and PE pellets,
Polyester fiber and PE
Oh
pellets.
my gosh.
1997.
1997.
Ah!
ink. Yeah, that's all. That's
Yelling already. Value on that one today. Now, don't scream. Let me finish my sentence before you all scream. So value on that one today is $175. However, next year is the 25th anniversary of Princess Diana's death. I would not sell that thing this year. I would wait until early August next year, and I'd ride the press wave so you can make the most money off that piece next year during the 25th anniversary. Okay, now you can yell.
Hold on. Speculate for me. What do you think I can get for it next August?
I think you can get $500 for it next August.
Let's go.
I mean, is Ray still alive in there?
This is a Bobby Bones show.
Hey.